What's up, YouTube? Tonight I'm going to go over how to fill your own nitrous bottles. This might sound scary, intimidating, or expensive, but it's actually none of those things. It's really easy to do, and it'll save yourself a bunch of money and a lot of time. So there's a couple different ways you can go about a fill station per se. First thing you'll need is a mother bottle here. You can get that at a lot of welding supply stores have those. Air gas, not in my region, unfortunately. The Cincinnati area, air gas does not do nitrous oxide anymore unless it's for medical grade. So, but I've heard that air gas all over the country does it, just not by me. So get you a good place where you can get a mother bottle, and then you'll need to know before you get the mother bottle if you're going to get a pump style station or if you're going to do a gravity feed like I have here. The pump style is definitely going to cost you more money. It's about $1,000 for that kit, and you really don't need it. And a lot of guys don't prefer it because the pumps are problematic if you're using them a lot. For me, what I have here is just a normal gravity feed setup. So I'll show you guys how that works because I think that that's the most economic and probably the best bet for anybody like me or you. So aside from the bottle, what you're going to need is a ball valve, nitrous line filter, and some lines. Now you can get this whole kit with this stand, the mother bottle stand, for less than $200 from Summit. So if you try to piece all this together, you could probably save a couple bucks, but honestly, for the convenience of it, I would just get this kit from Summit. I believe this is actually a nitrous outlet kit. So first thing you'll need to do is you'll need to get your mother bottle good and hot. If you can, like I set this one out in the sun for a while, and then take your bottle heater from your nitrous bottle that you're going to run in your vehicle and put the heater on it. I like to put the heater down towards the bottom because what I found is that when you start filling your nitrous bottle, it gets the coldest at the bottom where the nitrous is exiting. So what we're doing here is we're pressure balancing. So we're taking a hot mother bottle and we're taking a cold nitrous bottle from the cooler over here that needs to be as close to you as you can get to frozen. The colder the better on these nitrous bottles, because the colder that bottle is and the hotter that this mother bottle is, the easier it's going to be for that bottle to take nitrous and to be able to fill that bottle all the way up. So assuming that you've been chilling your nitrous bottle and you've got this good and hot, and then you're ready to start your pressure balancing. Now, the way we know on how much nitrous is in the bottle and if the bottle's filled or not is you will need a scale. So I use the scales that I use for setting up vehicles. It's a really accurate scale. It works really good. There's a bunch of different scales out there. You could probably even use a bathroom scale if you have a nice one. So you just need your scale, your cold nitrous bottle, and your hot mother bottle, and your line set up, and you're ready to go. Now, back to what I said about the pump station versus this style on what mother bottle you're going to get is this actually has a siphon tube in it to where you can flip this bottle upside down like it is. If you get a pump station bottle, the bottle will have to be stood straight up, and if you try to extract nitrous like this from a pump station bottle, you won't get any nitrous, you'll just get gas. So you have to make sure that when you get this mother bottle, you get the right one for either you have a pump or a pressure balance like this. So I'm going to start by hooking the lines up to the mother bottle. Essentially, this is the same style nitrous fitting that is on your bottles in the vehicle. And this is a -6, so all of my stuff is -6, so I keep it all the same. Just makes it easy. If you're using a line wrench, you can use a -6 wrench on everything, and just makes it a little faster. And then we'll take our cold. Well, before we do that, I'll go ahead and set the scale up here. You want to make sure that when you use a scale that you zero it out if your scale is capable of zeroing, just because I'll show you here. If you just went to weigh vehicle right now, oh, look at that, it's 0. A lot of times this will read -2 or 2 pounds until you zero it out. So I always zero it just to be safe. We're just using the left front, so I'll zero the left front. Usually give it a second to think, make sure it's good and zeroed, and then go back and we'll start to weigh. So now we can weigh it. So take a cold nitrous bottle, and like I said, try to get these things as cold as you possibly can. So I'll take this nice cold bottle out here. Ideally this wouldn't be water in here, it'd be more ice. So this we probably will be down a pound or 2 on this because it's not as cold as what it could be. And then I'll usually just wipe the bottle down real quick just to kind of get some of the majority of the water off of it, just because that will change it a half a pound or so if you have a sensitive enough scale. Okay. So this bottle right now is 23 pounds. And this bottle full, every one of your nitrous bottles will say what they weigh full. And of course this one doesn't, but I know that 31 pounds is full on this bottle, but usually it'll say the weight of the cylinder empty and weight of it with nitrous. So this right now is at 8 pounds. So this is a 15-pound bottle. So we've used all of the usable nitrous out of this. It's time to fill this. So the goal is to get this to about 30 to 31 pounds. So now I'll take our fitting. And if you're using these style fittings, make sure that that sealing ring is in there, or otherwise it'll leak really bad. And always make sure you tighten them up. Yeah, I know, I should be using AN wrenches on these. Okay, so now we can, actually I'm gonna hook this up the opposite of this. It doesn't matter which way the filter is as long as the flow direction on the filter is correct, but to give myself a little bit more leadway here, I'm gonna flip these around. It just makes my life a little easier so I don't have to bend over and turn the ball valve off. And then you just want to make sure all these are tight, but at the same time, don't kill them because you know these are just aluminum. You don't want to strip the threads out. All right. Make sure this is good and tight, and then we're going to remember our 23 number because as you see, it changes a little bit when you put the weight of this on it. So you got to kind of compensate for that, and I'll show you what I do when I get close on that. So the first step is open this smother bottle. I don't know if I can figure out which way to open it. All right, and you want to open this thing all the way. You want to make sure that's all the way open, and then shut. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to open the valve to this bottle. And you need to make sure that this is all the way open. All right, now we'll check our scale again. It's 26. Here, I'll put it down here so you can see it. Remember it was 23 before, so we'll start with this 26 number. All right, so now we're ready to fill this bottle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay attention to that scale, and I'm gonna open this bottle up, this valve. All right, so you can see there that we're at 30 pounds. Now I closed it because when it stops making noise, when this setup stops making noise, that's how you know that you've got it about as full as you can. So to check this and see exactly how much is in our bottle now, we need to take this off. And before we do this, you want to turn your nitrous valve off, of course, so you don't lose all the nitrous you just put in there. And then you want to make sure this ball valve is off. So straight up and down is off, in line is on. And then you'll lose a little bit out of here when you crack it. Okay, so now our bottle that was 23 pounds is now 30. So we have put 7 pounds of nitrous back in this. This is now a good full usable bottle, and you are ready to go to the track with this. So it is quite literally that easy. That took, I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It didn't take very long at all to do that. And you have just saved yourself a ton of money. This setup here will run you about $1,000 by the time you buy the mother bottle, a scale, and everything I just showed you. But then you're only gonna pay $4 to $5 a pound for the nitrous yourself, sometimes even cheaper, depending on who you go through and where you're at. And if you're getting nitrous from somebody else, it could cost $10, $12, $13 a pound. So that's a big difference when you're using a lot of nitrous. This is gonna save you a ton of money. It's gonna save you a ton of time. You're not gonna have to drive all over town to try to get nitrous and drop your bottle off on this day and come back and pick it up 2 days later because they don't have a pump machine and all this. It's just, this is really the easiest, most economic way for you racers that are running nitrous to fill your own bottles safely, easily, and the most cost efficient. So, like always, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, if there's anything I missed, drop a comment. I'll be in there answering all the comments. And so I appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.